Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching our video, and for those of you who subscribed, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We're just beginners and we need all your support, so thank you.
Today we will introduce our car and the upgrades which we have made for going on this big trip. A lot of people have asked what for a car we will use for this big trip, and today we will explain it a little bit. We have got the Toyota Land Cruiser 200 series. It's a 2013 and it is a V8 petrol. The reason for that is diesel is in some countries around the world not available.
There she is, our baby. Been away for us for so long, getting sorted out, but I guess this is a lovely way to have a good view of everything here. Changes that have been done, suspension, and see one fuel tank is in and the other one is here, going in. There's our front bumper, recovery points, winch. I like actually the colour. I hadn't seen that before, so that's great. You can see the shocks in there. There, old man Emu. It's looking good. Yeah. So, and here we have the parts from the bumper. There's a custom bumper. So, and there we see the airbags. And the space for the other fuel tank ready to go in. And so this is new. This we're gonna need. Towing, yeah, so almost there and hoping for next week.
For the front bumper we was going with ARB. The bumper is designed to take on the Runwa winch, which has a capacity of 12,000 pounds and is strong enough to pull us out even with a caravan. We have installed some recovery hooks so that someone can pull us out without the So we have installed a Rhino rack and relocated the spare tire from underneath the car on top of the Rhino rack. The reason for that is we have seen at our traveling in Saudi Arabia, some cars had the spare tire underneath on a Toyota, and when they have hit and bashed the sand dune, the tire was just smashed. We have two pairs of MK2 Maxtrax, which is for sand driving, and we are happy about that, and we have installed them on brackets on the side of the Rhino rack. We have still some space left for installation of the solar panel. We will do that most likely over the next weeks. Tires and wheels. So we was going for Maxxis tires because they should be everywhere around the world available. We was upgrading to 280/470 R17, and these are the tires with the reinforced sidewall, which is a little bit better on rocky roads and rocky areas. We're using steel wheels. The reason for that is aluminium can break under hefty conditions, and the steel wheels we can, if it is needed, with a hammer banging back in position. So to accommodate our tow bar, we had to cut out of the original rear bumper a huge part, and it was looking just ugly. So that's why we have decided to go for a custom built rear bumper. And it's made from aluminium, it's light, and we could nicely accommodate now the tow bar. and our devices which we need, connections which we need for the caravan touring. If you're wondering for what are the hooks here, we can install in Australia a custom built rock stumper.
Stone stomper.
Okay, stone stumper, sorry, I forgot it always. However, it should be installed between the car and the caravan, and when stones are flying up, they are catched and shouldn't damage the car or the caravan. We have lifted the car by 2 inch and we have installed Altmann EMU BP51 suspension systems. We have upgraded the upper control arms as well to Altmann EMU. We have removed the KDDS system, it's a kind of hydraulic stabilization system, and have replaced this system with a couple of sway bars and avoiding there any electronic problems on the way. Electronic is out, and that's the sway bar here, which is replacing the KDDS to stabilize the car. One of the biggest things which we have done, and we are really happy about that, we have replaced the old fuel tank, and we got 2 custom built aluminium fuel tanks in, which are giving us 170 liters of fuel. It's meaning a really long range, and they are of course installed underneath.
The fuel tanks, are they separate, honey? Is there a primary and a backup? Or?
There are 2 tanks. One is roughly 95 liter and the other one is 65 liter. No, sorry, 65 liter. And they are connected to each other, and we have used the original fuel pump and oil what was installed on the original fuel tank. Just 2 new aluminium tanks connected to each other, and the fuel gauge is still working as it used to be.
And is that what we're getting certified?
This needs to be certified, and tomorrow is a big day.
Very exciting.
This is a monitor for our caravan, for the rear view camera from the caravan. It's working when it is connected, of course. We have installed a tire pressure monitoring system. We are not so really happy with that because it is permanently beeping even if we have tried to arrange the tire pressure range, and was going actually they are very generous with that, but it's still beeping and sometimes I just like to throw it out. This is the ARB Link system, which is controlling the airbag suspensions, the diff locker system and the compressor, which is installed. We will come back to that in a second. So underneath the hood, the 4.6 petrol engine. Then we have connected our snorkel with a custom-made air box, and there's an air filter in which we can clean if it is needed. We don't need to replace it. It's a K&N air filter. And we have installed a ARB twin compressor, which is connected to the diff locks and basically our backup compressor, as we have 1 compressor on the caravan as well. The plan for the future, we are thinking to remove the back seats. We have to have them out because the weight is 60 kilogram and we could use this weight much better. And if the seats are out, we will install just a flat plywood there, and for the additional battery, the inverter and the solar DC charger. And that's the plan for the next weeks. Let us see how we're going on with that. Today is the day. After this long build, all this modification on the car, we have to bring it now for the certification and hoping that everything is in order so that we get the papers for the car. We have missed the WOF so far because we didn't have the certification, and it takes in New Zealand a long time to get this stuff done. So we are now on the way to a certifier, and we are quite nervous about that, and let us see if he's certifying our tank and suspension and the airbag suspension. We will keep you updated with the result. If you like the video, then we would appreciate if you considering to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. A few hours later. We finally got the certification.